Man, today's tough. I just feel so defeated today. Like, hormones can just fuck off, like right now, like, it's just one thing after another. And I just feel like I need to put it on camera and get it off my chest and share it when I'm ready, but man, I just don't know what's up yet. And I've been suffering with really bad edema, like every day, really bad. So much fluid. It's not just quick fluid retention, it's like, you know, when you get off the plane and you're swollen from flying for so long, it's like that almost every day. And some days are worse than others, and today is so bad. Like, I even woke up in the night, kept feeling my hands like so swollen, and I can't even deal with it anymore. And so I know something's up hormone wise. It's been like this for so long, and lately it's just getting a lot worse, and it's really impacting on my progress. I just can't make any progress, like, at all. The last few months I like upped my calories and, you know, I gained a few kilos, which is fine. I have no issue with that, but as soon as I try to get it off slowly, it's just nothing this time. Like, nothing's budging, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what the actual hell? Man, everyone goes through something, and this might not seem like a big deal to some people, but I know so many women that deal with this, and how frustrating it is, and how just uncomfortable you feel, and how defeated you feel in so many ways, even when you try to focus on the positives, which I do, and there's so many, which is amazing. When it's something that just keeps creeping up, when you feel like you're doing everything right in terms of your health, and then you get hit with something else again, it's just like, are you fucking kidding me, universe? Like, can you just give me a break, please? What up, team? Okay, I'm just gonna get straight into it today. This is something if you've been following me on like Snap Story, Insta Story, I've been mentioning I'm gonna talk about for a little while now, probably a few weeks. And I just haven't been able to bring myself to actually film it. So I've been, if you don't know, I've kind of been suffering with a few health things just recently again. Things that have just popped up kind of out of nowhere. If you don't know my history, I actually destroyed my body years ago, and I've suffered from hormone issues, fatigue, all sorts of things in a nutshell. And I think the reason why I want to share what I just went through the last couple of months, you know, is because I want to reiterate the importance of searching for answers when you're not feeling 100%. Because, you know, I know there's some people that are going to watch this video and go, well, it doesn't seem like much of a big deal, you know, whatever, you're just another fitness girl who's, you know, got body problems or whatever. And I'm here to tell you that you have absolutely no idea what a lot of people go through, and unless you suffer certain symptoms, you really, really need to not judge a lot of these people. I don't care if you judge me, because I know what I'm going through. I know how hard it is, and I want to share my story to hopefully, and my experiences along the way, to hopefully help others, because I know so many people suffer with so many different things. So I'm going to get into it, and today I'm really going to talk about my experience after I did a whole round of shooting in expos most of the year, and what happened when I got home after that, and the way my body responded and really started hating on me, and how I felt, what I've done, and what I've actually found out was causing a lot of these issues. So if you don't want to watch that, you can skip this video, but if you do want to hear about, you know, going from my peak condition that I've been in a long time to kind of a 180 real quick, then watch this. So if you follow me, you would have seen that, you know, I did the Arnold Classic Expo and the Australian Fitness Expo earlier this year. I was really doing a lot of photo shoots as well, some seminars, and my body, like how I felt from the inside out was amazing, and I'm actually feeling really good now. I've actually come out of everything, but you know, the start of the year was the first time in a long time I was like, I'm energetic. I'm losing body fat on really good calories. I don't have to kill myself in the gym. I had a really good balance. I was utilizing flexible dieting as I usually do to prep for some shoots, and just wanted to look a little bit fitter, and you know, utilizing enough calories still for performance, and still training how I wanted to train, and still eating out all the time, and really found an amazing balance of fitting my body composition goals with training, performance, and lifestyle and balance. I still have a few wines here and there. Like, it was really amazing, and I'm all about that. I've been about that for the last like couple of years, and I was in such a good place, and I was looking the best I'd looked in so long while having that balance, which was a bonus. But really, I had felt amazing from the inside out, which is something that I haven't felt. You know, it's taken a long time to get to a point where I felt really good from the inside. Because trust me, you see those people that look good on the outside and have the most perfect bodies and perfect physiques. It does not mean that they are healthy or actually feel good. Most of the time when you're super, super crazy lean, you feel like shit because, you know, your calories are low, you're doing hours of cardio and all of that jazz. But I had a crazy, amazing experience. You know, I'm not someone who calls myself a fitness model in any way, because for me to get abs is actually really hard. My body genetics don't allow me, and shooting is something doing photo shoots and video shoots is something I actually have been doing more for myself, and to prove to myself that I can, rather than, you know, I don't know, doing it for any other reason. And it's kind of opened a few other doors along the way, which has been really, really cool. But my passion is actually speaking, as you can tell. I love to talk. Okay, so sorry, I'm rambling. Let me get back on track. So peak condition, feeling amazing, good balance, everything I preach. And even though my hormones are still not perfect and haven't been for a long time, it's something I've learned to really manage, which is okay. But when I got back from something I really suffered with a lot is immune system. For me, I would get sick at the drop of a hat, you know, get the flu, just feel run down a lot, even on like high calories and things like that. And that's been going on for a while. And I used to think it stemmed from having adrenal fatigue, or sorry, adrenal dysfunction, you know, because that messes with cortisol and all sorts of things, and actually takes its toll on your immune system. So you get colds and flus really quickly. So when I got back from Sydney, because that was a crazy full week, I was like shooting, catching up with people I hadn't seen in so long, and trying to make the most of every waking minute possible. I didn't sleep much. It was like go, go, go. And I got back into work grind, everything since I got back, and I got sick, like with the flu. Bad, like 2 weeks in bed, which was like, oh my gosh. And let me just reiterate, what I'm going to get into, it's not about body fat. That just happened to be a consequence. It's about how I felt from the inside out overall. I actually had some scans before I went away to Sydney on my ovaries, because I was getting, guys, if you don't need to listen to this, skip it, but periods are coming up, so deal with it. I was actually getting like mid-cycle bleeds, which isn't normal. It's not okay. Like spotting and stuff all the time the last few months. And I was like, what the hell? This is really random. Something's off. So I thought, all right, I'm going to get some ultrasounds done on my ovaries before I go away, just so I can see what's going on and make sure it's okay. Because years ago, I had cysts on one of my ovaries. Wanted to just kind of monitor that. So I got back and I got my test results, and it had said my left ovary was polycystic. Now, not the polycystic syndrome, which is a metabolic syndrome when your you have polycystic cysts, but your male hormones, like your androgens and your tests, are really high, and then that becomes an issue with fertility and all of that. I don't have that. I have PCO, which is just polycystic ovary, which is good because my male hormones are actually really low, a lot lower than they should be. I don't know how I even have any muscle with how low they're at the moment. God knows. Genetics, thank you. But yeah, so I had that, and that was kind of a bit like, okay, that's a wake-up call that's caused by stress and a lot of things. And I was really working a lot of hours on my own business, on our other business this whole year, even weekends included, like a lot without downtime. So I thought, okay, I really need to try and de-stress my body, so I'm going to just get my calories back up to almost my predicted maintenance level, and really just try to nourish my body, reduce cardio, and, you know, kind of ease back into training. So I did that, and usually my body responds pretty well to that. You know, I might gain up 1 kilo or 2 kilos max, and it's pretty maintainable. But what started happening was this. My body fat shot up like 4 kilos, like crazy, and bloating started getting out of control. My stomach started doing weird freaking things. Like, I looked like I was 6 months pregnant, like I shiz you not, all the time. And it was so uncomfortable, like, to the point where you don't even want to train because, like, your stomach hurts all the time, which was, just, I can't even explain. And something that I've been really battling with hard, that got really bad, is edema. Now, edema is fluid retention in your limbs or all over. And now this, I'm not talking just fluid retention, you know, you've had like a salty meal or you've had a cheat meal or whatever you want to call it, not that I do them, but, you know, think about, you go out, have a massive meal one day, and then you're a bit fluid the next day, which is pretty normal. I'm talking, not that, I'm talking edema to the point where you've just had a 15-hour flight and your ankles are freaking so swollen, you don't even have it, you have like cankles. Imagine that in your hands, your feet, your ankles, and all over your entire body, where the swelling actually hurts and it's uncomfortable. Yeah, I've been battling that for the last probably good year, a little bit, where some days it would be bad, some days it was great. Try then getting to that point every single day where you can't even, I couldn't even put my rings on, which are usually too loose for me, because that's how swollen my hands were. And I just started to feel horrible. Like, my gut was definitely doing weird things. The swelling in my stomach was like, I looked pregnant with how bloated I was, and I was still going in, like, you know, you still go to the toilet fine and all of that. But something was seriously up, and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm literally racking my brain. One, I've gone from feeling the best ever and feeling really good, and I didn't change any foods that I ate, and I want to really reiterate that. I didn't change that. I just changed a little more volume of food, a little bit more calories, and my body didn't respond in a normal way. You know, I know how to do this. I've been coaching a long time. I've had experience experimenting with myself, with how much food my body can tolerate when, after dieting and whatnot, reverse dieting and whatever. It was just literally shutting down on me in a way where I was just, you know, I was getting depressed. I was getting anxiety. I am such a positive person naturally. Like, I've just learned to really try to get the most out of life. And I really, you know, realize now how it can affect people on a mental level. Not the way you look externally, but how you feel from the inside. Like, I know a lot of females suffer from feeling just yuck. Yuck is the word, from the inside. Like, you're bloated, you're fluidy, you're this, you're that, you're lethargic, you have no energy. Like, I was sleeping 10, 11 hours a night the last few months and still tired, you know, it was craziness. So I got to a point where I'm like, I just want to feel good. I need some answers. I've been searching for so long to find, you know, help, trying to heal my body for the last like 3 years. and 3.5 years now, and you know, thinking you're finally on top of it, and then just something else has come across. It was so tough for me mentally. There was a day I broke down and I was like, what the hell else? You know, it's not doesn't seem like a huge symptom or a huge deal. But when you've been battling with little things all the time and you feel like you're finally, you know, the happiest, your best place in your life, and then bang, something freaking else. I just got to a point where I couldn't deal anymore. And this was like a month ago, where, you know, those days I would just cry because I felt like I was never going to catch a break. I felt like I just felt, you know, uncomfortable all the time. And now, don't get me wrong, body fat side of things does not depict how I feel about myself. I'm at that point now where, you know, if I've got some extra body fat and a bit curvier, I'm like, hells yeah, I rock those like, I feel good. I've learned to really embrace my body. I've worked hard for that. So I just want to reiterate that this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about feeling uncomfortable because you're swollen, because your stomach is killing you, because you're getting headaches, because all these other symptoms are happening. And I just got to a point, I don't know, I felt depressed, because I couldn't train like I usually train, so I don't know if I wasn't getting those endorphins or what. I felt depressed because I didn't want to see anyone, I didn't want to do anything. I started getting anxiety. I've never had anxiety my whole life. Like, I'm pretty chilled. Even when I'm super crazy busy, I just learned I manage it. I remember one day waking up and I was just like, oh my God, like, I just couldn't deal with the day. I just took the day, I had to take the day off, and I just had to go and get some Zen. I went and got acupuncture and had to just breathe and meditate a little bit. But I found out that I went, you know what, I messaged my email, sorry, can't speak. I emailed my doctor straight away. I see an endocrinologist. She's amazing. She's helped me through a lot. I've been seeing her for a long time. And I said, something is seriously wrong. Something is seriously really wrong. These symptoms are not normal. I need to come back and see you. So I went and saw her, and she's then gone through some tests that we need to redo, some blood tests and urine work and things like that. So I did that because I had pinpointed it down to maybe estrogen dominance, possibly slow thyroid. These are the symptoms I was kind of getting. And, you know, I do my research extensively, and I was like, well, what is it? So I had all my tests done, and I realized that the reason all my sex hormones are lower than they were, which were already low. So that's okay. So I just have to manipulate some things I take to get that back up. But what we uncovered, what we uncovered was that my body is very acidic. Yeah. This is something I didn't even, you know, obviously I'm aware of trying to be alkaline and trying to, you know, keep your body in an alkaline state or as close to it as possible. I couldn't believe I was sick. I eat all my greens. I, you know, look after myself. But yeah, it had got that way, and then I kind of broke it down and realized, all right, I've been slack on eating the leafy greens. I've been training really hard. I wasn't having any lemon juice or apple cider vinegar or any of that stuff like that I usually would kind of include. And obviously stress and how I'd felt the last couple of months. My body was under stress and go all the time. And yeah, the acidity is what was really killing me, especially I researched the hell out of it, and I found out, you know, number one symptom of acidity: fat gain, weight gain, fluid retention, depression. What else was there? There was a huge freaking list. Like, seriously, hair thinning, all these things that I was suffering. It was like, hallelujah, I found out what is mainly contributing right now, and it was the biggest relief, because when you're feeling like a certain way and you don't have any answers and you think you've been through it all, because I've done the food allergy test, I've done all the over the years for everything, and I researched the crap out of everything. So I understand how the body works and what's going on, and this is something I completely overlooked. And I couldn't believe how important it is for everything. So finally, I have some answers, and finally this week especially, I feel awesome, like really awesome. You know, the bloating's kind of gone down a lot. I just have energy. I feel like myself again in terms of my personality, and then in the gym, I feel really strong and getting fitter, and everything feels really, really good. I don't even know if the body fat's down or not. I don't even care. I just feel good. I feel like my energy is back in terms of who I am. And I think that's so important. But what I want to say here is that I guess this is kind of like a vlog. I don't even know. It's just me talking about my experience. You know, things can be going absolutely perfectly 1 second, and the next minute they can be a complete 180. And this has happened to me so many times. I think my fitness journey has been more about just finding answers and just battling something all the time, which has been hard, really hard. But at the same time, I want to share that with you guys and hopefully help anybody along the way, just to make sure, you know, ask the questions. You might not have what I have. You might just have something, even just that tiny imbalance or something small. Even bloating for any reason from a food intolerance is actually a big deal, you know. I think people overlook these symptoms and they just think, oh yeah, whatever, it'll pass, and it might. But if it's not, and if it's getting worse, I honestly urge you to find the answers. But I think every person, male or female, has the right to feel amazing from the inside out. We all deserve to feel great about ourselves from the inside, to have that energy, to feel good, to be able to give our energy to others and feel amazing and live that great quality of life. So I just want to share that with you guys, that even I go through a lot. I think I've been through more than so many people put together. It happens to the best of us. It just, so many people don't share it. But we're getting back there on the mend, so I'm going to keep you guys posted. I think I'm going to do a separate video for what I've actually done and what I'm doing along the way to help keep things in check. But thank you for listening, anyone who's watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Comment below with any questions, guys, especially if you've been through anything. Don't be shy, and make sure you subscribe. I'd love any feedback on the vlog stuff because I'm so new to it, so just let me know. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching, and don't be afraid to ask me any questions and do any other topic requests like this. I'm happy to share with you guys. Thanks for watching.